Ladies and gentlemen, this is the IEM Challenger series held here in Paris. My name is Jaws, and I am joined by Desertu. We are straight into pick and ban phase. Sorry about the short delay, but we've already got Zyra, Ken, and Caitlyn banned over from Lyn, and Olaf, Jace, and Syndra from KMV.
Yeah, we do, yeah. So some interesting ones coming out there. The Kennen ban, first and foremost, not a massive surprise, let's be honest. We kind of expected that one away. It was a big worry last game when you've got something like the gym, for example. In fact, Poppy being picked up here is a big surprise. We'll touch on that in a second, though. The only real two bans that are kind of affecting what happened last game is the Kennen and the Caitlyn. So we are going to see some mix-ups and some things being changed around. And like I said, the first one of those we'll see is the Poppy. Mentioned it last game, really good for being able to protect a carry. Just a super strong top laner right now as well. Like I think I said before the last game, it was only a tiny little tweak to Poppy that brought her back into viability after she fell from grace a few patches ago when she was nerfed quite heavily because she was just overbearing, as it were. Whereas now she's in a quite good place. She has her own niche, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Accelerator probably go towards something like an Echo, maybe a Gnar here actually as well. Would be quite interesting to see for the team fight. Last game it was all about split push. It was all about getting in the back, but he just could not really seem to do enough for his team.
Yeah, no, we haven't actually seen this whole tournament as of yet, so it'll be interesting to see if these teams do want to prioritise it. Like I said, the Poppy, really strong pick, and there's obviously Caitlyn is going to be the ban away with the Cannon, just completely focusing out KMV's strategy there of picking those. But it's going to be the Jhin, and Aurelion Sol is going to be the lock-in as well, so really favouring that Aurelion Sol right now.
Yeah, clearly liking it an awful lot in the mid lane. Although, of course, it was Plugo who played into it last time on the Malzahar and had pretty good success, to be fair. There were some really good fights, of course, for Saya as well. But Plugo did kind of, you know, he fought well. But at the end, of course, his team did end up losing out 1-0 to Lyon in that first one. So maybe trying to mix it up here. Maybe that's what they believe is the winning key here. But that does mean that Saya is free to try and look towards a different pick here, see what else he can come out with.
Yeah, Rise was another popular pick that was picked into this Aurelion Sol and just picked up at all yesterday. It was really strong. A lot of players were absolutely just dominant on that champion, especially Chiefs. They had some really good runs on it. The Fox actually does get his gym back. Now, it'll be another interesting matchup would be to see what White Lotus does want to pick into that. It's going to be an Elise lock-in, in fact, coming in from Lyon Gaming. And it does look like the Karma's going to get locked in as well.
Yeah, Karma, we touched on it last game. It's really good for protect the carry, and they might be trying to do something similar here. The Caitlyn's banned away, so I'm kind of wondering what they're going to bring out here for White Lotus, actually. There's a few picks they can go for, but at the minute, it's a Poppy, protect the carry. It's a Karma, protect the carry. It's an Elise, who, of course, has got all the CC in the front lining. I'm just not sure what they go for here. Let's, of course, wait and see what they do choose to go with the Jhin. On the Fox, again, is going to be good because it worked out super well for them last game, to be fair, as well. Despite all the tools that Lyon had to bring him down, they did struggle quite often to be able to get him. It was only in the later parts of the game where they really started seeing things happening. And even then, the Jhin was still being able to 1v1, 1v2 people who were really going after him. So definitely not surprised that they've chosen to take that pick away.
Yeah, it's definitely clearly more of a comfort champion for him. He did show proficiency, like you said, and obviously with the ability to be protected last game as well, as much as he was to be able to, it was just actually worked out wonders for him. It was unfortunate, obviously, they did lose that game and just didn't get him snowballed through. He was 5-1 at one point as well, if you remember. He's got this Nami now to protect him, and it looks like a Fiora is actually going to be going up into the top lane as maybe a somewhat counter to Poppy.
Now that's a really interesting pick. Fiora we've seen a couple of times, not massive amounts, but I've seen her a couple of times, and she's just very, very good, again, in this kind of split push role. It seems to be what Accelerator really wants to go for here. Is less about the team fights, more about split pushing and then making a late appearance to a fight, ideally from behind, and just crushing whoever it is that happens to be the unlucky soul that's sat at the back there. It's all about going for the lane pressure, and that's exactly what he's trying to do here. I'm not too sold on the strategy. I think trying to build around the Fox here will be really good because he has a great time on this Jhin, and I think trying to protect him would definitely be more key here.
Yeah, there's you have only really got Nami to protect him in this sense, because you got the Aurelion Sol for zone, I suppose, but then the Fiora's going to want to be, like you said, split pushing all game, and then you flip over to Lyon's composition. They still yet to pick their AD carry and mid laner, and they have this Karma and Poppy already, and the Elise for the front line. It doesn't look like it's going to be an Ezreal lock-in. Now, I was thinking it was going to be the Ashe, but Ezreal seems like a good pick into Jhin.
It does, yeah, and well, interesting to say the least, mind you. Like Ezreal, like you say, it's pretty good for that. Taking the Varus mid is certainly bold here, I think. Does pretty well into Aurelion Sol. If you can lock him down, then of course the spears, disappear, and he's in a lot of trouble then with regards to getting poked out by the Varus because he's relatively slow for a champion. I'm just not too sold on it. I'm not sure if I like it or not. I like the Ezreal. I think the Ezreal is great with Karma. Super pokey lane. I think taking the Nami is safe here. It helps them sustain through that. But there's still just a lot of scope, I think, for things to maybe go wrong with this comp.
Yeah, most possibly. I mean, if they do manage to get on the back line, obviously they will be pretty vulnerable, and that's the problem. They've got the Karma for disengage as well is going to be a really important factor. They're going for a really pokey composition, it looks like. Obviously, they've got the Varus in the mid lane now and the Ezreal. There was a small discussion yesterday about what build Ezreal's go now, with a lot of them favouring Trinity Force.
Yeah, since it's buffs, especially with the cooldown reduction, it's just so much more sensible to build it ahead of the Frozen Fist or Iceborne Gauntlet, as it's better called. I just love calling it Frozen Fist, I'm not sure why.
Everybody calls it that still.
Frozen Fist, it's a beautiful name. They should have called it that in the first place.
Yeah.
But
I'm not going to argue with you.
No, we'll go with Frozen Fist.
We'll go Frozen Fist, yeah. Everybody will know what we mean. Chaos Latin
yeah.
Gamers over on the red side, Lyon Gaming over on the blue side this time. We'll see if Lyon Gaming can pull out another W and take it 2-0 in this series, or we'll see if Chaos Latin Gamers can get a reverse sweep.
Yeah, and just as a heads up, guys, we do have a break in the middle of the day. We have a cosplay competition going on at Paris Games Week, I should say. So we will be taking a short break from casting in that period, and we'll be back a little bit later on with Chiefs versus the winner of this series. So do be sure to stick around for that one later on this afternoon. But again, touching on this one now, we see it 1-0 at the minute. It's all down to the wire here. Like I said, these two teams have a great rivalry. They both want to be able to get through and face off against Chiefs and prove themselves. I think Lyon especially want to be able to. They felt like they really underperformed yesterday. They've just got to show up big time now and really push forward and win out this series.
Yeah, exactly that. And a lot of the teams have actually been, obviously, like we saw yesterday, just sweeping 2-0s. Now, will Lyon Gamer be able to do that? I don't know. But their composition coming into this, I think if they can manage to get this Ezreal fairly fed, then he's going to pop off.
Oh, that would absolutely be the dream. Let's, of course, see if they can make that happen for them now. Jumping onto the Rift. Early potential trade?
Ooh, yeah. A big trade, actually, coming out on Oddie already. Sire's going to be there, though, and Plugo. See, that is the most annoying thing about that, because you just get bubbled straight up. Didn't even see Nami on the side. Ignite goes down, actually. There he goes.
Wow.
That is first blood already over to Plugo. And Saya held on to his flash.
Oh, that was cool. That was really, really nice there. Saya literally only came across to come and try and support Odie, who obviously got himself into a bit of a scrap and ended up losing his life for it there. So, unfortunate. Like you say, I'm not sure why he held onto the flash. Should have just flashed the bubble immediately and kept yourself safe because, you know, giving first blood over to Aurelion Sol. He's gone back. He's got the Dark Seal. That's terrifying.
My goodness. With the Dark Seal as well, the ultimate kind of disrespect. You get more healing off the potions and you are just going to be able to sustain through literally everything. That is not a good spot right now. I'll just going to put that out there real quick. They're going to start their jungle camps though. Top side starts for both junglers. We'll see which ways they do want to path. Does Tearwolf leave Pluto alone now? Does he leave him alone? That is the question.
I imagine not. If you get a small lead like that and you know you're against a really pokey matchup, you just want to make sure that poker is shut right out of the game. And in fact, you know, Plugo's doing that all by himself. There we go. Finally seeing the flash come out. But Plugo is now completely out of mana, mind you. That's another one to consider with the Corrupting Potion. Should heal up quite soon.
Yeah, I think we're a little bit... if Plugo's flash for you, then we are a little bit behind. Unfortunately.
Plugo's flashed.
Yeah. And there he goes. There's the flash. We see it. Wow, what a what a prediction coming out from you. That is unbelievable. Words. I have no words apart from your head. Yeah.
Well, this. There's no way of playing catch up here. What's your timestamp?
2:40 now. That helped. 2:45 just coming up now.
I'll make it work. Don't worry. We'll get that.
All right, it's all good. He's going to take his blue buff. So blue buff, first one going over to Plugo, coming from Tearwolf. So that's going to be really helpful for him as well to push these waves out.
Interesting. We're just trying to say, well, we know you're out of mana, so let's give you some even more, so you can keep on punishing Saya here. And it's not looking pretty for Saya right now, to say the least. You know, okay, he's being starved out of farm. Plugo's just quite freely pushing this wave up too. It's looking really good.
Looking really good for him. We mentioned the roams as well, and Plugo has been absolutely tip-top here with those roams, and having him on the Aurelion Sol as well is just going to help with that also. Does look like they're going to go for a small invade. Now, Oddie is going to have to be careful here. I think he knows his Raptors are pretty much going to be taken already just because the small ones were gone. But Tearwolf is just using that Aurelion Soul pressure so early, so readily.
Just look what they're going for here potentially as well.
No, Ghost is going to be used. Saya has just popped that one. So 2 summoners down for that Varus. He's so vulnerable in that mid lane.
He is. It's not looking pretty for him, and you know this is what I was talking about earlier on. You've got this poke matchup. Aurelion Soul won't do too well into it. So what do? You just sit on him. You make sure he cannot safely farm. He can't poke freely. This is just really good play by Tearwolf, thinking good awareness to know what's going to happen next, basically, and saying, well, I know that we're probably going to see Odie come into the mid lane because they want Saya to be ahead in the mid game. It's working out great for them.
Yeah, it's working out really well. And if you look, Oddie has found Tearwolf. Cocoon does land. The Q lands from Tearwolf as well. He hasn't got the damage to follow this up. I don't think Accelerator's going to come down. He does flash towards him, but now Oddie is in a sticky situation. He does use the repel and uses the flash as well, but no, Aurelion Soul Star Rings might be able to get out of this. Cleanse, actually, and he's going to come through as well. He might go down. Oh. He does in the end. Plugo picks up the kill on Oddie. And my god, he almost got out of that beautiful repel. But now Giral is in a little bit of a problem as well. Tearwolf's off to the side, no HP bar on him though. Accelerator has got that vital to proc, but decides not to go for it.
Yeah, it was almost super smart by Odie, but just not quite enough to get him. What more can you say? It's a scrap against an early game Lee Sin. It's engaged down first and foremost, and back into the top lane here, coming through from Giral as well. He's having a not so much a tough time, but he's not finding it the easiest in the world, I don't think, here as well. He is 5 CS down. He has just TP'd back too. Although did get the flash. Accelerator obviously flashed as well, so that's down and potentially opening up a gank path up there.
Yeah, that's going to really help him as well. The CS deficit isn't as big as I thought it would be in the top lane. But in the mid lane as well, just Varus actually just keeping up with this farm is going to be super important for him. There may be 2 kills on Plugo, but as long as you kind of keep that farm going, you're gonna hit 6 items both eventually. So there's that to go. But Aurelion Soul, if he pops off early, he's already got the swiftest boots. We saw this yesterday, and we're seeing it quite a lot on the Aurelion Souls. It can turn into quite a bit of a problem.
Indeed, and looking towards the bot lane as well, you can see actually White Lotus having a pretty good time down there so far.
Oh, Accelerator just gets jumped on and just gets disintegrated in top lane, however. Giral picks up that one. That was a beautiful little warp in there, straight into the cocoon from Oddie. Which enables them to take that kill.
So like I said, you know, the flash was down. It's a prime gank opportunity, and that's exactly what just happened there, getting himself caught out. And now I guess really want to see Giral start getting ahead in this lane. This always happens with Poppy early on. Those you'll get bullied around for quite a while. Once you start getting towards level 7, 8, 9, you get the first couple of items. You become 9 unkillable. You go towards the Sunfire, you get the Frozen Fist. I think Fiora's really going to struggle to be able to bring her down at that point.
Oh yeah, definitely. You just out tank the opponent's DPS, but Fiora has got the true damage, I suppose, so she's got that as well to rely on. Plugo is looking for a gank here with oh my goodness, this is going to be bad. Plugo is going to come in. He does get the stun. He gets the stun only onto Chozix, and Chozix might be able to get away from this one. There's going to be some nice damage traded backwards and forwards, but Plugo, he's almost out of mana, and his health bar drops quite low as well. That gank really not working out as well as they thought it would.
Yeah, just safe play from Lotus there, keeping himself relatively healthy as well. He's got hold of the Cull, so he's not looking to fight any time in the next 5 to 10 minutes. He wants to get that farmed up. He wants to get the power spike in the mid-game when he gets hold of probably the Trinity Force like we were talking about earlier on, and then really start making an impact. But Plugo, he's got to start forcing roams here. It's what Aurelion Soul's built for. Here we go.
White Lotus is going to come in there. He does get rooted up, but no, to the answer. Odie is here as well, but the shot from the Fox just flies straight and true. Chaos goes down as well. My goodness, that was completely reactive, but he managed to get a kill on it as well. I thought Oddie was secured, just guaranteed a kill at that point. He got a nice cocoon, but just Chozix goes down, and now actually they might get a kill here, but Heal actually just comes out, and White Lotus also goes really low. The Fox might want to look for a chase, decides not to in the end.
So we're getting a bit scrappy once again. KMV coming out the better side of it so far. 600 gold on the lead, 3-1 in kills. It's looking pretty good for them. Like the 2-0 mid laner definitely helps. I'm still concerned that Saya at some point is going to get quite big and scary. I understand the strategy from Tearwolf and Plugo here to make sure he's shut out the game. but I don't think that lasts for very long. Varus will become scary no matter what. It's an AD carry in the mid lane. They're always going to become oppressive.
Exactly that, and being a poke champion as well, it's just going to be absolutely, it's going to be so oppressive in the later game. And we'll see if he can just make sure Plugo stays out of these fights, because if he just pokes him down to where he's just unable to enter the fights, that's just one member eliminated. It might as well be a 4v5 at that point. We just saw how much damage 1Q did with a serrated Dirk there, so he just keeps poking away at him. I can imagine Plugo is going to have a little bit of a rough time coming into the mid game. 20 CS ahead as well, actually.
Looking pretty good so far. And this is the issue with the Varus, is the easy wave clear. Plugo has a great time early on the Aurelion Soul, just clearing out waves, of course, with the Celestial Spheres. And then Varus starts getting hold of the serrated Dirk, and before you know it, well, good luck. Trying to dive here could be really risky, I think, actually, onto Girol. He's pretty tanky. And also, of course, has the Steadfast Presence. He can keep the Lee Sin away.
Oddie's here, though. Oddie is here. Oh, Cocoon does miss, actually. So, yeah, T-Wolf's going to have to back off. I think they smelt something that was a bit fishy. Girol in the top lane. It's going to be safe. But, yeah, you're right. He is so tanky at this point. And I'm not sure they'll be able to take him under tower. But T-Wolf actually wants round 2, baby. Has spotted out Oddie, though.
He's committing to this so hard right now that it's just not. It's not worth it. He needs to probably be leaving and making an impact elsewhere.
Yeah, he is really strong as well. But no, he comes over the wall. Actually, just lands the Q. See, that just seemed like such a waste of ultimate from Fiora as well. Just going so hard on that. And T-Wolf, see how much damage he took from one charge? Just so much.
Well, it was that, and he also burnt Flash. Poppy didn't use anything there, not even the ultimate. So, like I said, it's just a waste of time. Like, why bother?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And he might pay for it later on. Obviously, he's not going to have that flash kick combo or kick flash combo. That might be detrimental for him later on.
We'll, of course, have to wait and see. Double tier stacking up for Lyon Gaming there as well. Of course, once the mid laner and the AD carry gets flying away, then Varus Ezreal's a really scary combo to have. He's got that first couple of items through the door, really. You can see Ezreal going straight towards the Mana Moon as well. Wants to get that built up, whereas mid lane actually going towards the Youmu's first as well. Wants that nice early pen, wants the attack speed boost, wants the move speed boost as well for being able to get, staying in range for the poke, sorry. He's got the ghost too, so he will be very, very mobile in the mid game. And that's potentially where you might see him start to punish Plugo more and more. Yeah,
definitely. With that ghost play, that goes for sure. He hasn't got boots yet though, so he's a little bit slow, just wanting the damage ASAP. He's still got a CS lead. I'm very surprised because we saw yesterday with the Aurelion Soul pick, it just dominated in terms of CS and just road potential, as Aurelion Soul does. It is just that champion, unfortunately, that just destroys a mid wave at level 1 and just is able to roam off that and just maintains an amazing CS gap between him and his other mid laner.
Absolutely. There's the items coming out now as well. You can see Elise finishing off the Echoes. Equally, Lee Sin finishing off the Warrior Enchant as well. So both of them actually really matching. In fact, dead even on farm too. The jungler's neck and neck, as it were. Whereas bot lane, still looking to be in favour of White Lotus at the minute here. Didn't have that kill, of course, at Jingot, but he's now recalling as well, so should find him going towards that Youmu's nice and early there. Looks like he doesn't have enough to be able to finish it up, but does get the boots nice and early though, which I think is key here, knowing you're against such a mobile bot lane.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you want to be able to avoid those skill shots. A key part of League of Legends, you could say, avoiding skill shots.
Kind of probably the point of the whole game in general. Well, I was going to say, generally the whole point of the game is more killing the Nexus, but
that's true.
Hey.
Yeah, the main objective.
Now you're just arguing semantics and minor points.
Basically,
in the game.
what we're saying is not TDM. It's not a team deathmatch.
Well, you wouldn't think that looking at the top lane though.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true. He's winning. Girol. CS though, he's down 2. So, you know, there's that. Massive CS leads coming across the board. Player taking a lot of damage. You see now, Saya just trades instantly back there with the Q. It's pretty horrible damage for this Aurelion Soul. He's even brought Seeker's Arm Guard straight up as well. Doesn't want to deal with that poke.
It makes sense when you got to deal with the Ezreal later on as well, knowing that both of them are going to be smacking you about with their abilities. So, smart buy, but there's a lot of pen coming through here from Saya, I think, and that's going to make it really difficult to, you know, negate too much of the damage he'll be bringing through.
Exactly that. And the Zhonya's, obviously. So, his Star Surge ability does go through Zhonya's, and his stars as well go through Zhonya's. Whoa, Accelerator. That was a quick kill. Girol getting the Nice little kill over in the top lane, but White Lotus is in a lot of trouble. Tearwolf is here. Q doesn't land. There's a flash out the way, so it will be summoners down with the Fox only using the ultimate to engage that. That was really good. Actually, Sakura does use the flash to try and get to close the gap a little bit quicker. But in the top lane, Giral actually used the flash even. Used the flash, got the kill, and is now taking the tower.
They'll push up there as long as they can trade over that first tower gold. I mean, mid lane now as well, the cooldown reduction starting to build up on Saya. Had the blue buff, has of course the Caulfield's Warhammer, 20% in CDR. It's just starting to hurt now how often he can fire out those Qs.
Oh, nice Warthog. Kha'Zix is completely destroyed. Tearwolf says no flash, no worries. I've got this one. Hold my drink, I'm going in. And picks up the kill as well, so that's going to be really good. That actually went over to the Fox, so that's going to be really crucial.
Yeah, it's the same as last game. Fox got ahead on the Jhin last time round. He may well be doing it again here. And that would be, of course, a really good start. But most interestingly, I think, actually, is that they're still behind on gold here by... that is, of course, based on the top lane tower going down and giving them first brick. But it's still looking pretty rough for them. They've got to probably stem the
accelerator in the top side, though. Grand Challenge has been popped. The repel! That actually just... He repelled there and placed himself on the other side of Fiora, meaning she could pop the whole Grand Challenge. Oh, Accelerator with the solo kill there, and with the health regen as well that she gets from the Vampiric Scepter, just able to kill Oddie straight up. In the fight, I was sure Oddie was going to win. What happened there? Oddie.
Well, this is the issue here, Lyon. You know, they've gone ahead in terms of macro gain, the 500 goal in the lead at this point. Kill-wise, still seeing KMV in the lead, but you've got to stop making mistakes like this if you're Lyon Gaming right here. You need to start pushing the advantage you've got without going too deep, and speaking of potentially going too deep, this might be what we're going to see Tearwolf try and do here, actually.
Yeah. Oh, pink ward. Oh, he's seen it. It's just a pink ward over the ledge. I don't want to go down that now.
Just a prank, bro. That's basically what it looks like.
Prank, yeah. Hey. Do you want some free gold? Here's a pink ward. Oh, cheers. Walks away. And that was a little bit unfortunate from Tearwolf there. I was most certainly sure he was going to go in. He had flash as well, so could have got a nice kick down onto Saya. But Saya's going to be safe to live another day. Here. Eventually stacking.
Eventually.
The worst thing about playing a tier champion, I'm always scared, like, if I'm not using my spells enough, but then I'm scared of running out of mana. So I'm not very good on tier champions, because I'm like, oh, I'm spamming too many spells. Is my tier stacking up correctly? Well, like, when am I supposed to get my tier like fully stacked? When am I? I'm just like this. No, I'm good.
Tier is quite rewarding in that it reduces your, refunds you. It doesn't reduce, it refunds you 15% of the mana cost of any ability you use. So you can afford to spam out quite a lot more, and it helps. Well, bot lane here.
Whoa, Tidal Wave going to come in as well. Whoa, Oddie just missed that one, and the bubble not hitting. Aqua Prism unfortunately going wide. Does mean White Lotus is going to send out the Arcane Barrage just to make sure, True Shot Barrage, just to make sure no one else wants to get on that tower. That tower's pretty low in the bottom lane, so they're going to have to be really, really careful. Giral going back in this top side. With that tower down for Accelerator, I'm surprised Oddie actually hasn't been up there more often. Not to 1v1 though.
Well, at this point, Giral's a little bit behind in CS here, 2 or 3 waves down, but does have the tabbies. He does have the Sunfire, so at least can make an impact in the mid game. Likewise, Accelerator has managed to finish off the Hydra here, so he's got some good dueling potential. Probably still going to lose out to Giral if it comes down to it, purely on the back of how much armor that's currently available for him. But it's more about what happens in the next team fight, I think. He's still going to see Accelerator keep trying to split push here. He really wants this top tower to go down so that Poppy can wander away somewhere else, and then he can keep on trying to split push.
Yeah, he's got that Hydra finish as well, just obviously aids in his wave clear. Had the Tiamat earlier just to be able to push quicker. So he's going to have that. But yeah, like you said, Accelerator just wanting to split push, but Giral, he's had already just quite a big impact. Obviously, he did get a kill onto Accelerator. Both the kills, in fact, onto Accelerator. So really got to be careful. Like you said, the tank stats just completely overdo the damage coming out for Accelerator, unfortunately. Maybe live for a pick.
It's all about. I feel actually with everyone here, it's all about the side steps and dodging these skill shots. You got to dodge Baron.
Oh yeah,
that's some big damage bot lane.
Speaking of dodging, Wilo's going really low, flashes away actually. No, he might just send the true shot blast through, but it's actually flash from Sakia. That is a perfect flash there. So close, one auto attack away, but she secures the kill for herself. And now Plugo is going to cleanse away the Varus ultimate. That was very, very close as well. Q lands onto Oddie. They're going to turn back on Tearwolf. That was a bit aggressive, but he does have a Radiant Soul to back him up. And now Varus is going really low. Nice flash away from the Voice of Light as well. Beautiful. You talked about you need to dodge those skill shots, and everybody just performed some pretty nice dodges. So
yeah. Well, I think earlier in the lane phase, especially for like Saya, it was all about dodging Plugo's Qs as they came flying through. Like if he got stunned up, he would have taken so much more damage in the early game, and you know, did okay, did really well actually, a good job at literally just walking to the side and being like, look, I'm probably going to take a hit from a few of the stars, but at least I'm not going to get stunned, and I can live with that. And it's the same in the mid game here. Dodge out of the Varus Qs, dodge out of the Lee Sin Qs, you don't get Insect. There's just so many skill shots in this game, and yeah, that's probably why it's not so much the skill shots themselves that require skill, it's also dodging them that kind of plays a big part in the game for this one in particular. Yeah,
most definitely. And we'll, if you do get hit by one of those like late into the game, then you will lose the game for your team because it will turn into a 4v5. This is the point here. Like if it's past 25-30 minutes, then got to make sure that you're dodging these things, because otherwise you will lose the game for your team, as it will just turn into a numbers deficit. Cloud Drake is available for both teams. Obviously, again, not prioritizing it because it's not an Inferno, it's not a Mountain. And I told you, man, every time, these first games of the day, Ocean Drake, Cloud Drake, and that's it. That's literally it. That's
all fire last game. First Drake usually
yeah, we
is.
did get a first fire that last game, yeah. So every first Drake has been a Cloud or an Ocean so far. Nice little statistic there. White Lotus. Oh, a little bit of lag coming through, possibly.
Oops. Looks like...
Every teleported back. Oh, incredible.
These new league mechanics, guys. No one expected to see them.
Oh, Voice of Light in the mid lane, though. Saya's a little bit of trouble. Nice dodge of the Q. There's going to be a kickback. Execute doesn't go through. Tearwolf. All right. Okay. Flash kick forwards. Not going to happen. Uh oh, Sakura's now trapped in the jungle, but no. Odie actually is good. Odie actually almost repels out again. No kick in. Not being able to do anything. Tidal Wave coming through as well. Everybody manages to dodge that. But Chozix is in the mix now. He's in a lot of trouble. TP's going to come through as well. Tearwolf picks up that kill. And now Odie's just getting chased by Plugo. Plugo just walks up to her, gets the kill with the stars, and just walks away again. How much do you love Aurelion Sol?
He's great to watch. Like it's so frustrating to play against because you're trying to run away, and he's constantly proccing Storm Raider's surge off the back of constantly hitting you, and you're just like, no, please, and he's like, no, come here. Please. Exactly. And it's like it's not even, it's just flying around. Like you literally right click on the map. You're not even like using an ability as such. It's just there, and these stars are passively spinning around. They're killing you. It's horrible. But it is also really cool to watch him have to position those so well. It's a champion that requires like pinpoint precision positioning every single time.
I mean, I played him first time in the mid lane like a month ago. Haven't played him since. Because I was like, oh yeah, I can clear the wave level 1. And I tried, and I did. And then I was like almost out of mana. Because I was like trying to position myself, and then like the enemy laner was like, this guy's not played Aurelion Sol before. And I'm like, come on man, just give me like 2 seconds. I just need to position myself on the wave real quick. Yeah, it didn't go well. At all. I can't imagine a champion that I could have played even worse on than that. And I'm a mid laner as well, and so are you actually. So...
yeah, but I play non-conventional stuff.
That's true.
AKA only Diana.
Yeah, I was about to say non-conventional Diana OTP. So,
filth.
Hey, you are. I mean,
I'm doing the transition to AD carry. I'm playing Jhin only.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious.
Diana and Jhin only.
Yeah, I'm working on it. My AD carry is awful. I legit think I'll probably lose to a silver player at AD carry. I'm just that bad at it. I've just never understood how to play it. Actually, I lie. I could play Corki really well, but then he became a mid lane champion mainly, and I was just like, this is ridiculous. I should probably just play Corki only, and I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I want to play Jhin because he's so fun.
He is. I mean, seeing him in these games, it's like I do see champions in this in these kind of tournament games, and these, especially when it comes to like IEM and whatnot. You're sitting there like, man, the champion looks really fun to play. It looks pretty easy as well, and then you go to it, like I said with the Aurelion Sol, and it's like, yeah, nah, it's not happening. I can't play this champion. Like Accelerator on the Fiora as well, just it doesn't work like that.
Fortunately not, but anyway.
Anyway,
the state of the game we're at right now then, in terms of gold, it's the same as last game. There's only 500 gold between the two teams. KMV finally getting themselves in front with a couple more kills, 8 and 2 at this point, and might find themselves losing this mid tower. Actually, the curtain call comes out.
Curtain call comes out.
Ooh, close.
Yeah, the Warthog kick, and no, there's going to be a flash denial there. Nice. That was really actually... Tearwolf's had some nice kicks in the earlier stage of this game, but making them count right now is just not what he's been able to do. But, you know, it's the try that counts, and that kick's on a really short cooldown as well.
Yeah, they're still going to... Let's keep trying to push some more in here. If Lyon want to get back into this, they need to get some more towers down and start taking away the gold locked up in those objectives.
Oh, Plugo with the Zhonya's there. Clutch one. Tearwolf going really low. The bubble comes out, does miss. White Lotus is on the back end of this one. He is so pokey right now with Saya. They can just poke them out under this tower. And this is going to be the problem for KMV. Just Lyon Gaming's ability to poke them under these sieges is just might be just too much for them.
Yeah, because they've got such a high poke competition, they are really struggling to be able to push this down right now. Got to really commit to this one, but it's so hard with this wave player coming out as well. And the potential of getting caught is huge. Finally, it goes down.
Yeah, eventually. It's just KMV, you just saw them just standing so far back from the tower because they couldn't do anything. Like, they have the wave clear from Plugo, but he has to step up to the wave, and by that time, White Lotus has taken a shot at him. Saya's taken a shot at him as well. Not going well for them in these sieges, and maybe they're going to have to rely on Accelerator maybe to split push.
Yeah, but it's so difficult for them because even with Accelerator split pushing, it only takes a TP from Poppy, and I imagine she'll be so much more useful in these fights. Having 2 AD carries you can keep safe, it's like a dream world for a Poppy, I think, actually. Just knowing that, you know, you've got all these tools to be able to protect them. You've got the Q for the slow, of course, the steadfast presence, the charge to stun one of the aggressors away. Got the ultimate to knock some of them away too. You can win a team fight off the back of a single Poppy ultimate just by knocking away the front line of the enemy team. That leaves the backline completely exposed. You charge in, and that's the end of that. And potentially even better here as well is that Plugo has to be quite frontline too. So he's, you know, you haven't got to go through loads of tanks to get to him because he has to be pretty close in the first place anyway.
Yeah, exactly that. The steadfast presence. Super strong ability, especially against someone like a Lee Sin. So wonder why. I mean, Tearwolf, he's had, like we said before, he's had some good insects, but steadfast presence is going to play a massive part in those team fights for sure. Dragon available in 1 minute 30 seconds, 25 minutes on the clock. Even gold lead as well. That's the surprising thing. It's 2 to 8 kills, but 3 towers for Lyon Gaming. They might make it 3 here. Accelerator taking a lot of damage. Grand Challenger is going to be used. He did riposte. He riposted pretty much nothing. Repel comes up as well. And here comes the Vara. She fails the flash over the wall. And Oni does pick up that kill.
Unfortunate, but there we go. Picked out here as well. That's a split pusher falling behind a little bit here. Still ahead on CS, mind you, but that's still a 2-0-1 Poppy who's looking really scary right now with those 2 items.
Really, really scary. Randuins as well, man. Oh my god. What could be worse than a Randuins against the Fiora? Just slowing her down so you could just chase her for so long. Uh-oh. Tearwolf.
Can they push it in?
He lands the Q. Oh, he didn't get it! No, a arcane shift backwards coming out from White Lotus, and he does manage to get out of that one. And that's going to be a kill as well. Giral comes in, and like we said, well, like you said, Poppy just absolutely dominating in these team fights if she can be that front line. Look how tanky she is coming up against this. And now the Fox has been chased out as well.
You have to consider as well, the only real AP she has to contend with is that from Plugo. And even then, Plugo, although he's 3-0-2, is building incredibly tanky. He's got GLP, he's got the Zhonyas, he's going for the Rylai's next. It's going to be a while before he really switches on in damage. And all she has to do then, she'll probably build a GA later on, and that's all she needs. Otherwise, full armor all the way, and this team can barely touch you.
Yeah, and obviously he did pick up the Zhonya's first item from Plugo. So, not being able to get that Rylai's for that slow on your passive stars, that's going to be a bit of a problem there. But Accelerator looks like he's going to take this top tower with not much contention. But Lyon Gaming have again got the lead. I'll see if they can do that. This is what he's been wanting to do for the last like 15 minutes, is just take that top tower.
Really, yeah, keep on hammering away on that one. KMV only just clinching onto a lead now. 200 gold in the lead. Like you say, Accelerator still trying to do the split pushing work up here as well. But it's slow, I think, is the big issue for them. Is, you know, KMV should be really trying to push the lead ahead. They had these kills. You'd think they can get ahead. Oh, wow, Tearwolf.
That was so close. He just gets out of there in time. the locket coming through for him, but Plugo is going to go low down as well. Sayer's damage as well with the Chains of Corruption is huge, and then Oddie picks up the kill as well on the Fox. Oh man, that is insult to injury. Gerald from the side just throws the buckle out, picks up the kill. Now he's trying to 1v1 Accelerator. Look at the health lifesteal coming through from Accelerator though. He's actually winning out this fight. But here comes the White Lotus. He won't win it for long. Over the wall, he gets the kill. Gerald picks up that one. And this is going to be a Baron for Lyon Gaming right now.
I think a lot of this you can pin down pretty much exclusively on Gerald. In fact, he's still holding him out.
Yeah, that was so good of him to wait there. Teal tried to get into the pit, but that's actually going to be a complete ace and a double kill coming out from White Lotus as well. And the Baron for Lyon Gaming. I don't know what to say. What could you say about this, Derry? They were 2 to 8 in kills. The Goldie was ish even. They got 1 pick. Baron in an ace.
I think it's purely because now that Gerald's free from the top lane, he hasn't got to sit up there and deal with Accelerator anymore. He can just run away with this. And running away with it he is right now. He's 5-0-3. Admittedly, White Lotus 2-1-3 is doing a really good job as well. In fact, the whole team generally are playing very, very well, considering Sayer had such a poor early game. But it's just so hard to deal with this Poppy right now. And the composition that they've built here for KMB to try and fight against it, it's just not designed to deal with Poppy. Okay, maybe the Fiora ultimate with the true damage, maybe Aurelion Sol later on. But that relies on you getting into the late game and having enough ratios to be able to burn the Poppy down. And at this point, that's looking nigh on impossible.
Yeah, she's just so tanky right now. He's building the Sheen as well. I can imagine she's going for the Frozen Fist. And she has got 2 armor items, almost 3 if she does finish that, and the Spirit Visage as well. She's going to be so tanky, and having Accelerator, he's on a carry, and I think, obviously we did see a second ago, he was able to chunk Gerald out, but just not effective at all at doing that, because then as soon as White Lotus turned up, bam, they get the kill, and then they were able to take the Baron off it as well. I mean, the item power spikes coming out from Chaos Light Gamers right now, they're just not there.
It is. It's super tough for them, and Accelerator keeps on trying. You know, this seems to be the play style they've locked into here with Accelerator. I don't know if it's because he's a poor team fighter or whatever reason it may be, but both of the last games, he's really kind of struggled to make an impact, as it were. Okay, he had some good times on Echo last time. In fact, potential engage here. Oh, Lotus.
There is indeed. White Lotus actually just takes Tealwolf completely out. Again, Tealwolf goes in, follows the Q, just gets killed midair. And he does go down eventually. And that's going to be another tower in the bag for Lyon Gaming. They are running away with this one after that first pick and that ace. They just can't be stopped. And their poke composition with the protection from the Poppy and Karma just working so well for them right now.
It is. And that's one inhibitor down. Second inhibitor falls down. It looks like Lyon are pretty much set to take this 1-2-0 here. And it's just not so much easy for them, but they haven't really struggled all that much, I don't feel. Last game was a lot more stompy than this one. KMB had definitely had a chance in this one, but looks like it will be the Hammer, which will be going through to face off against Chiefs if this game doesn't, of course, get completely thrown. We've seen worse happen, so we never know, of course, how it will end. But the Poppy, I keep saying it, 5-0-3. That's absolutely massive. And she's on 275 farm. It's not the best in the game. In fact, Accelerator is ahead by almost 50. Close. Accelerator's ahead by almost 50, and he's 2 items down basically here. He's just about to finish off the Bloodthirster, so arguably 1 item down, but still trying to fish for gold for it. It's just brilliant play by Jura overall here, and really can't fault anything he's done this game.
Really can't, and Zero speaks for itself. He's just been a presence in the team fights, which is what I needed really. And here comes the gank in the top wave. Tearwolf does get caught up there. Here comes the change of corruptions as well. Plugo's going to have to Zhonya's, but this might not be enough for him. Tidal wave comes through, but Sayer says not today and takes him out for the double kill. Oni is here in the front line, but no, here he comes. Gerald just in the front
the double
line, just absolutely demolishing them, completely zoning them off. He's going to actually go for the tower dive on this one. Dashes back to the minions, but he almost took out 2 people in both the Fox and Sakura over
the TP behind him.
Bottom lane. The TP
behind him.
He's gone now. He TP'd to the minions. He gets the kill. I thought he was TPing back. He's actually TP'd behind him. This is the end of the game for sure. Yeah, this is completely it. Gerald with the decisive teleport picks off the Fox, who did get a kill in the end, but Lyon Gaming will go on to face Chiefs. in the next round of the bracket. This has been a very decisive 2-0, and congratulations to Lyon Gaming